Bleu de Chauffe, Bleu de Chauffe, Bleu de Chauffe, Bleu de Chauffe. I have become absolutely enamored with this brand, Bleu de Chauffe from the south of France. I reviewed not too long ago their Zeppo leather business bag as well as their Concall. It's like a knitted seaman style sweater. I've been using their Woody backpack exclusively for the past 3 weeks. It's been an absolute joy to use. It's definitely not for everybody, but on this video, I'll talk about the things that I think make it so special, highlight a few nitpicks that I have with it, pack it out, walk you through it, and given the fact that this is a very niche product designed with a very particular person in mind, I'll share my thoughts on who I think this bag might be for and who it definitely is not for. So let's get into it. It's 25 liters, tote style, roll top with hybrid backpack functionality. Stonewash canvas, which looks like it's wax canvas. And I really, really like the texture of this. It has a smoother, less coarse, gritty, has like a brushed, almost flannel-like hand feel that's incredibly unique. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I don't really spend a ton of time talking about the brand. Most people are too impatient. They want to know why they should or shouldn't buy that product. But with this brand in particular, I'd be doing them a disservice not talking about what makes them so special and what makes these bags so special, because if it's something that you don't value, then it's going to be a lot harder for you to justify the price point. So what makes Bleu de Chauffe so special is their philosophical approach to making bags. Every single bag is made by hand by an artisan, but the key differentiator is that a single artisan owns the whole entire production cycle. They're the ones that cut the fabric, they add the hardware. Every single step in the construction of their bags goes back to one person. So with your bag, it comes signed with the artisan that made it. The cool thing about that is that it holistically allows them to master the craft of making bags every single step of the way. It prevents them from burning out by having to do a bunch of monotonous tasks, and more than anything, reap the fruits of their labor. Also worthwhile mentioning, they only work 4 days a week, 35 hours in the beautiful countryside of the Aveyron region in the south of France, which is where the beautiful factory is set. So anyways, let's get into the bag itself. The 3 things that I find make this bag so special are, first and foremost, the look. Secondly is how wide the mouth of it is when it's open, making it really enjoyable to get in and out of the bag. And then lastly, some incognito quick access that gives you clever functionality for a heritage bag without compromising in the look department. So starting off with the look, when you're spending $450 on a backpack, you absolutely need to love what it looks like. And to me, Bleu de Chauffe is a brand that impeccably strikes a balance between rugged and quiet luxury. From afar, it just looks like a heritage piece. You get this like beautiful stone-washed canvas, brass hardware, vegetable tan leather. The straps look awesome with this felt padding. So up close, you get these really delightful, luxurious touches, but you still have that heritage, rugged aesthetic that I personally identify very strongly with. Second thing that I think makes this bag a lot more functional is the fact that as a roll top, oftentimes the downsides of a roll top is that it can be kind of constricted getting in and out of, because it's essentially one big cave. But as you can see here, the way this is constructed, this looks to me like the Harry Potter sorting hat, but it's just really a big, wide opening, and it stays open. You don't have to use any hands to get in and out of. So to me, this style of backpack is really perfect for people that maybe don't need a lot of organization, or really their preferred access style is just dumping a bunch of like bulky things in there without having to put a lot of thought. And there's times where I don't need a ton of organization for tech essentials and things like that. I just need a bag to throw my shit into, bulkier stuff where I don't want to like think too much about it, especially when I'm leaving the house with the kids. And this bag does that really, really well. And then lastly, speaking of access and easy, quick access, I find that with heritage style bags, you're typically compromising in the quick access department. And while this bag is not going to be competing with a modern bag in terms of quick access. I think you get a few intuitive, clever, nice little places for quick access. One is just here in the front of the bag. This is the least secure place, but it's a good spot for bulkier things like maybe gloves or a beanie. Then you get a zippered side access pocket here that you can access when the bag is on you, which I really appreciate. Keeps the things close to your body and secure. So a solid place for your valuables. And then the other nice incognito quick access pocket is here. You have a magnetic snap button. And this one is more secure than the front one. This is where I've been just throwing my sunglasses. It's designed intentionally for the straps if you want to stow them away, but to me, I mean, the straps look awesome. I'll get into the other side of the coin for the straps, but having that magnetic closure, as well as, you know, you snapping it like this, whatever you have in there, unless it's something really small, it's going to be really secure in there. Now, as far as nitpicks go, I'm evaluating this from the lens of what it's designed for. This is not trying to be an air backpack or anything like that, obviously. So certain things that in a more modern, functional, everyday carry backpack would be must-haves, like a luggage pass-through or water bottle holders, things like that. Those are things that are not gonna be a must-have in a more pure heritage bag like this. But the two things that I would say would make me appreciate the bag maybe a bit more are, one, the straps. The straps are really, really cool looking. They have 3 other backpacks in their catalog, and the other 3 are using straps like the strap on the Zeppo business bag that I reviewed. It also uses felt as the source of padding and comfort, but it is wider, and also the thicker piece of it, you can slide it to adjust it up and down, and I found that with the Zeppo bag, even though it's a crossbody, a single shoulder carry, relatively speaking, and for what it weighs, I found it pretty comfortable. Like, I wasn't complaining about the comfort. Now, these are the coolest looking straps of the 4, but the other 3 have those other straps that I think also look really nice. I just found that these straps are a little bit on the narrow side, and also you have no adjustability in terms of where the padding is gonna sit on your shoulders. And so I think for anyone with a bigger torso, let me put it on so you can see. You can obviously adjust this, but for me, I almost would have liked even a little bit more padding here, having the ability to slide that thing up and down. So my only consideration for anyone looking into this bag is if you plan on commuting, walking longer distances with it, and you have a decently heavy loadout and you value comfort, then maybe I would steer you in a different direction. Now, if you're just taking it to work, you're mainly driving or walking really short distances, or maybe you're very form over function, and that's totally cool too, and you love the look of it and you don't mind making a sacrifice in the comfort department, which you always will be when you're choosing a more heritage bag compared to a modern bag, something to be mindful of. And then the second thing, it's not that big of a deal, but of their 4 bags, 2 of them come with a laptop sleeve, and then the other 2 don't. Again, this is a heritage bag. It's not necessarily designed for tech carry, especially with this one being a more outdoorsy option, especially aesthetically. I think it's more than anything price point. So I love that, I want to say in all of their bags, the laptop sleeves, they attach through their snap system. So they're modular. You can just snap them on or snap them off if you're not using it. I like that modularity. Just the main thing is with this guy, it doesn't come with it, and the price point of this one is around $450 or so, and the rest of their bags are in that price point, but 2 of the bags are also at that price point, but they come with a laptop sleeve already included. It's not this one, their Milan one, which is definitely much more premium than those, but this is $135, and the craftsmanship on it, the felt, the stitching, the leather accents, the brass snap buttons, it's beautiful. It's just, if you carry a laptop and you really like the look of this bag, with the laptop sleeve included, you're in the $600 range, which honestly, all things considered, relative to what is out in the market, what you're getting with this bag, the materials, the attention to detail, $450, I get for a lot of people is a lot of money, but to me it feels like you're actually getting a pretty good deal relative to other bags that are on the market where you're not getting a single artisan crafting it beginning to end, where every single material, every single cut, everything, the attention to detail is so elevated on this thing. But adding this guy definitely jumps you into like psychologically another tier that I think might feel a little less accessible for a lot of people, which already in the $450 range is gonna weed out the vast majority of people, because you have to really love backpacks to spend that much money on one. All right, let me walk you through it. So you can see the stone wash canvas up close. They don't specify on the website the thickness, but if I was guessing, I don't know, I'd probably say like 12 ounces around there. It has a really nice thickness to it. Then you got your veg tan leather. The tote strap on the front has 3 different buckle lengths to accommodate 4 different carries, and then the way it attaches is just through like a snap button here. Worth calling out, you pretty much want this snapped whenever you're not using it. I mean, if you have anything in here that's valuable. I had my camera in here and I was on my motorcycle, and for a moment I was like, took something out of it, and then I was gonna be like 30 seconds to where I was going, and I was just like, I'll leave it open, and I had my camera in here, and yeah, luckily nothing happened to the camera, but I didn't have this snapped, and then the camera, when I put the backpack on, flew out of here. And it's a miracle it didn't break. But anyways, as you can see here, got a little swivel action. Here are the straps. I already talked about the width, but they're, I mean, really cool looking straps. Here's where you adjust the length of the straps, and then you could just easily remove them. And if you want, you can stow the straps away like here. The only thing is, like, they don't fully come off. But if you want to just commit to full on tote mode, you can just stow them away here. Honestly, they don't, because they're thinner and they don't get in the way, I don't mind having them. But this is that pocket that I was telling you about here, and so I was like throwing my sunglasses in there. Let me reattach these guys. You have that quick access pocket that can be accessed while the bag is on you. Really love that navy blue zipper tape with the contrast of the brass zipper, and then that burgundy-esque veg tan leather. Then in the front, this is where you have another pocket. It's like pretty spacious. If you want to throw something like a beanie, that's a great place for it as well. And then on the inside of the bag, so you can see, this is where you get the artisan signed. It's like a little canvas pouch. And so this is like the main like organization that you get inside the bag. It's got snaps, just easily snaps on here. But really comfortable opening. It's 25 liters. You can fit a lot in this thing. I took it up for an overnight, took it on the motorcycle, brought my laptop, my camera, and then just like clothing as well as like layers. It fits really well. I mean, this is a good bit of clothing in there, just so you can see how it fits. And then here's the laptop sleeve. You have a place for like business cards, has the logo on it. Really nice chocolate leather with like the branding. I mean, this is a brand that looks like it's been around for a very long time. It's surprising that they've only been around since 2008. This is a 14-inch. I believe it fits definitely a 15, if not maybe a 16-inch as well. So it snaps on, and then here on the back part, you get
2 snap buttons, which is where this guy goes. And I think it's kind of cool because you can remove it. And so if you get somewhere, you can just take it out of the bag and look like a classy ass human being in there. A few other like details worth calling out is just you have on both sides these little brass loop attachment points. And so I was throwing hook and gloves on there. You get some subtle branding right here. Looks very nice. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Final thoughts. This is definitely maybe the most beautiful backpack in my bag collection. One just got in recently that is competing pretty heavily with it in a little bit of a different way, but easily top 2 favorite looking backpacks. I think if you identify with a heritage aesthetic, maybe you already have some modern bags and you just want something in your collection that is gonna spark a different level of joy, something that's a lot more purist. You value the details, like really tastefully selected materials, insane craftsmanship. I do feel like anyone that's like really into backpacks that gets into that world, I feel like most people should have something like this. I'm not saying this bag in particular or having to spend this much money, but something that puts you in that more pure minimal mindset. Absolutely adore this bag. I am so curious to see like what Bleu de Chauffe continues doing, because they've really carved out a very specific niche segment of products that is so uniquely them that while they're indirectly competing with like the more rugged bags like the Filsons of the world and maybe the more luxurious bags like the Carl Friedrichs of the world, they're unapologetically doing it very much their own way. And I think there's definitely like a specific human being that they are indirectly targeting that is gonna absolutely love their bags. So best of luck, cheers.